We've had one driver that was constantly overspeeding, where this year, when we first put it in, he was the highest overspeeder that we had for the first month. Since then, he ended up being up in the top 20 towards the end of the year. 5-star, he went from a 2-star to a 5-star, and I just take my hat off to him.
Introducing MyEROAD Fleet Maintenance, a stage-by-stage rollout of a rich service and maintenance toolset, integrating modern device-responsive design and customized reporting to help you find that sweet spot between under-servicing and costly repairs. In MyEROAD Dashboard, the servicing card alerts you to immediate action events. A click takes you to the all-new Asset Table, where you can see over 30 unique data points, each displaying the items you need to make critical fleet health choices. Suppliers are treated as interactive parts of your service ecosystem, where they can be grouped by type, set to be preferred suppliers depending on location, and you can store and download supplier documents all conveniently within MyEROAD. MyEROAD Fleet Maintenance makes preventative and corrective maintenance easy, reducing fleet downtimes while delivering key vehicle health insights.
We use more than just the service module. We also use the inspect and defect board very, very closely. Starting off with the inspect module, for us, EROAD's been kind enough to do a little bit of development for us. Our trucks are not off-the-shelf trucks. They're dual steer vehicles with a lot of customization on them. So your standard inspection or truck inspection form just does not work for us. So EROAD was able to do a little bit of development work, make some custom inspections for us, and we were able to push those to our trucks. It also allows us centrally, if we modify something or decide to add a different part of our inspection, that automatically pushes it out to all of our users out in the field, and their inspections will change with us. In regards to servicing, servicing's been much the same. EROAD's allowed us to do our own customised servicing and naming of those services which suit the customisation of our trucks. We utilise the traffic light system where we can schedule our maintenance based on hours rather than kilometres, and that suits the nature of our organisation and our work.
And as a nationwide operator, how convenient is it having one source of truth right the way across the business?
Oh, look, massively. When we started our journey with EROAD, we operated very regionally based on the requirements of each individual contract. By going to a single source of truth, it's allowed for dashboard reporting and central oversight. So our support team and our senior leadership team have real-time oversight about the performance, not only regionally but also nationally.
What's the feedback from the drivers who actually, are physically on the receiving end of the all of that good positive feedback that you get from the driving experience? Yeah,
sure. So look, information's always a good thing, and it's great to share that with our drivers. We utilise Drive Buddy on our eHubbos, which gives instant feedback about driver behaviour, and it's really changed the culture of our drivers. Our violations are absolutely minimal, and our fatigue management has definitely improved.
And what's feedback been around the sort of usability of both, conscious you guys use both inspect and obviously the feedback around the eHubbo itself? Sure.
So we have users of every different skill set, from field workers who've never held a phone before, right out to very young, tech-savvy guys who love their gaming. We haven't, to date, found someone who hasn't been able to use inspect. Yep, certainly there's been a little bit of training involved. However, generally speaking, the mobilisation's been pretty problem-free.
And in terms of the, day-to-day usability, have you faced any challenges with, upskilling your workforce in terms of getting them to be able to actually understand how to use the platform?
Yeah, sure. In regards to the workforce, not overly. It's been great. We've got a good health and safety system which is allowed us to push out digital training videos. Right. So we've used our trucks, our fleet, and the inspect module, and use that to teach our drivers how to do an inspection. But that being said, it's Been very seamless, it's very straightforward. The off-the-shelf inspect module allows you to structure your inspections and your questions based on the order that you want to do it on the truck, and that's made for great usability out in the field.
And have you found the, I guess, the support mechanisms of EROAD to help you guys in the field and ensure that you're actually, we're actually delivering the product and living out the promise that we would have made to you when you were a new customer?
Yeah, the support's been good. Probably more so than the support, because we're not using this, I guess, the support on a daily basis, which is a compliment. Sure. It's more EROAD's ability to work with us and develop and change. Like I said, we're not an off-the-shelf company, and our trucks definitely aren't off-the-shelf vehicles. So we've had to work with a company that's been a little bit flexible for us to allow us to have customised inspections that suit and highlight the safety issues on our trucks.
And as a company that's operating in the sort of waste and recycling sector, probably an environment that is one of the most sensitive to health and safety. How do you feel that EROAD lives up to its promise about trying to keep your drivers safer and generally help along that capacity?
Sure. Well, the Drive Buddy on the Hubos has been fantastic for us. It's given the driver instant feedback around their negative driving events, if any, but it's also given oversight on a governance side for us internally to make sure that we've got the oversight of our drivers and be able to provide them back the feedback if there's any negative events and support them through training or any behavioural change that needs to occur out in the field.
Awesome. Now, what advice would you have to anybody who was wondering whether or not that they should, in effect, become an EROAD customer, or maybe take some of the modules that you guys are using? Because I think I'm right in saying you are using pretty much every component of the EROAD platform. What would your advice be to those guys?
Get on board. It's the data and the oversight that you get is incredible. Also, going paperless is just a game changer. It gives you the ability to interrogate anything, not only just on the vehicle, but also on the driver and also the logbook. So you understand fatigue, you understand the current fitness of the truck, you understand the servicing going on, and also gives you the ability to not only keep that data internally, but you can work with your service providers and pass them access to your fleet so that they can see the defects coming in from the field and are able to schedule their work or get parts involved and on site, so when the truck comes in, they're ready to mobilise and ready to get the truck back out in the field quickly.
Awesome. And in terms of the actual hard effects on the bottom line of the business, where do you see EROAD fitting into the sort of the ROI aspect of a software platform? Yeah,
sure. Look, it's always expensive to implement a system. However, if you can use that system to reduce your reactive maintenance and focus on preventative, it's going to pay for itself very quickly.
I'm the General Manager here at BusFit Australia. We're a bus operator on the eastern states. We're in the eastern states of Oz, operating in many locations, providing services for tour operators, self-drive, charter, shuttles, all different types of things. Yeah, well, we've used a few different tools that EROAD have got. So we like the Inspect app, which is really great. We use it for pre and post inspections. Our drivers love it. The ability to upload photos and communicate any issues they might see coming or with the vehicle. We can act on it from that point, whether we need to isolate the vehicle or we can delay the maintenance that might be required on the vehicle. Other reports we use for the drivers, so there's overspeed reports and the driver leaderboard. We use that with our crew to monitor their performance from braking, acceleration, speeding, any of those incidents. When we started to use that, we noticed a big drop in incidents, which is great. The drivers love to know their scores and their feedback. And exceptional feedback, we reward the crew on that. So the safety tools within have been great for us.
How important is EROAD's service and maintenance module within your operations?
Yeah, mate, we use that daily. So from the drivers inputting through the Inspect app, we can identify any issues the drivers might pick up. We work with a lot of different companies and operators, so we've got different drivers and companies, locations these vehicles are situated. So for us to have the service and maintenance, we can monitor it from a central location, on location, and we can utilise multiple people putting data into it for our maintenance teams to rectify any situations or issues that we have with vehicles. So it's been very handy for us.